Hey everyone, we are back on this Friday for a new episode of the New Worker TV, and today we will discuss about the topics. The lack of learning impacts your understanding of new technologies. Because me and Arnold from the New ABC think that well, these days much needed to upgrade or upskill yourself on learning the new things. We can even go deeper on each trends or realities. But why is it much needed? Simple as we are living in this connected world, meaning that we are using digital devices, we are using internet. There are some advances in technologies such as artificial intelligence or virtual reality, robotization, and so on. So if you or we are not aware of those trends that are impacting our work, our learning, even our life, because if you go to McDonald's or some banks, you can see already that is happening now, then it's like we have how you say that, blind spot, and we cannot see what the reality is, right? What do you think, Arnold?
Yeah, well, it's what companies are already perceiving as one of the biggest problems is that their employees and potential employees are not keeping up to date with the new digital advances in technology. So that means that they cannot use it, or don't understand how it works, or don't understand how the outcome of a certain process, how it's an input to another and what's part of that. So that is a major problem, because these new technologies, you cannot stop it. They will be continued to be rolled out, and it's bad if you don't keep up to date in what it is, how does it work, what does it mean to me, what does it mean to the process, what does it mean to your company. If you don't do that, then you're using like one big black box and you have no clue what it does. But our contribution as human beings is that we understand what's happening, that we understand what is the process, that we know what the outcome is of even a robotized process or whatever. Because if we don't, then we become obsolete ourselves. So it's really, really crucial that we all the time try and get our skills even on those new technologies and digital skills at a higher level. Because if we remain at our current level, then we cannot even use those tools, because we don't understand what they can do for us or how it works or whatever. Yeah, so it's really, really crucial that we make sure that we get that experience, that we maybe follow some trainings, that we read articles, that we try to experiment with it and try it, because otherwise it's like, well, it's like basically my mother, who's in her 80s and has never used a PC before. Well, I cannot expect her to learn it at this age, because she didn't learn it when she was younger. So, and you don't want to become that, because nowadays, if you cannot use a PC, well, you have a problem. Well, the same thing is occurring with these new technologies. So you really have to adapt to that. But these new technologies are quite complicated, are really, really quite advanced and complicated. So that means that you really have to put in time and effort to start to understand how they work.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, people were saying email is the new telephone, Docs or Slack or the new email, but sooner or later it will be the virtual, the VR app, or the AI apps who will be the new document or the new communication collaborative tool, So we have to experiment that, as you say, and just test your team or colleagues. It will be something else tomorrow. But if we don't upgrade and upskill ourselves with those technologies, well, we can have what people call technological unemployment, right? That's also a main issue these days that is happening. Because as you told me yesterday, there are already some robots who replace lawyers in the US, for instance. So it's already happening now, right?
They're robots replacing surgeons, lawyers. So it is really the white collar workers, no longer only the blue collar workers. So you really have to adapt yourself and learn and grow and practice and whatever, because otherwise you have a major problem. So that is what we, and at the same time, it doesn't have to be a negative thing. It's also positive, because if you start to understand these things, if you start to see how it works, if you can see like, wow, what I can do with all these things is maybe even much more than you're used to. So it should not be a nuisance. It should be something which triggers your curiosity, and something which is fun, and something which is exciting. But I really encourage you to really take these things serious, because, yeah, like I said, otherwise you become the person, like my mother, who cannot use a PC. Well, if you cannot work with AI or VR or any new type of technology, then you will become that person as well. So you really have to adapt yourself, but at a higher level. Things are really getting more complicated.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, these things are tools or enablers in the end. So just try to play, learn from them. And well, there is a lot of resources out there on internet or festival or meetups and so on, where you can learn that, because, well, it's the whole society who moving to that too, right? Or some part of it, I will say. But well, there are already many people who share kindly and with generosity all this knowledge and tools are there that you can try. So that's it for this week. Stay tuned for another episode of the New Worker TV on next Monday, and have a great weekend, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.